Welcome back to Scam Alert HQ, the place where we arm you with the truth. Look, today we've got to talk about a name you literally can't escape right now. BlockDAG. They're pouring cash into ads to get in front of your face, but what's the story they're hoping you don't look into? Let's dig in. Alright, so let's just rip the band-aid off. You've seen the hype, right? The promise of a crypto revolution, the next Bitcoin, but when you start to peel back that shiny, expensive marketing layer, well, a very different picture starts to take shape. Let's talk about that giant gap between the promise and what might be the cold, hard reality. So we kick things off with this fundamental clash. On one hand, you've got this massive professional marketing machine telling you this is the future. And on the other hand, a growing chorus of whispers from the community, from people who are pretty sure they've seen this movie before. And right here, this is the crucial part. This isn't just one or two disgruntled people. We're talking about entire threads on Reddit, right now calling BlockDAG a scam, while the pre-sale is still happening. That huge disconnect, between the slick ads and the user warnings, that's our first giant waving red flag. So let's pull back that curtain. I mean, any huge project like this has a team, right? You'd expect a board of directors, a whole team of developers, advisors, but with BlockDAG, it seems like all roads lead back to one single person. Gurhan Kiziloz. I mean, just read that. This quote isn't a criticism. It's being presented like it's some kind of superpower. But for anyone who's ever looked at a real investment, this should be setting off every alarm bell you have. A billion-dollar company? Run by one guy? Seriously? Let's just look at that number for a second. $1.45 billion. With a B. That's the valuation that's being thrown around. This isn't just ambitious. This is a number so big it demands an insane level of scrutiny. Scaling alone. Wow. It sounds so heroic, doesn't it? The lone genius against the world. But let's call it what it really is. It means no checks and balances, no accountability, no one in the room to say, hey, maybe that's a bad idea. It's a system that's not just fragile, it's also, as we're about to see, incredibly convenient if your plan is to disappear. And this is where it gets really juicy, because this isn't his first rodeo, not by a long shot. When you see claims this huge, the first thing you have to do is check the track record. And the track record we found here, well, let's just say it speaks for itself. And there it is, the pattern, laid out plain as day. It's not one project, it's a sequence. You've got Lannistar, which got an official scam warning from the UK's top financial regulator. Then comes Big Eyes Coin, surrounded by controversy. That's followed by a sequel, Big Eyes Infinity, which people immediately called out as a scam. And now we have BlockDAG, showing up with the exact same playbook. Okay, quick pause. If seeing these dots connected, if seeing the pattern behind the marketing hype is helpful to you, just do me one quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It lets the algorithm know that real investigations matter, and it guarantees you won't miss the next one we drop. Okay, back to it. So with everything we've just seen, the solo founder, the insane valuation, the, let's call it, colorful history, we can actually start to map out what an exit strategy might look like. We're going to go through 3 very real scenarios for how this could end, and more importantly, how investors' money could just vanish. First up, we've got the OG, the simplest, the most direct exit in crypto, the classic rug pull. No fancy explanations, no apologies, just poof, gone. And this is where that scaling alone idea goes from a cool marketing slogan to the perfect tool for a getaway. When one person holds all the keys, there's nobody to stop them. They can drain the accounts, shut down the website, delete the socials, and just disappear with all that pre-sale money. It's fast, it's clean, and for everyone who invested, it's absolutely devastating. Alright, scenario 2 is a bit slicker. This one's more sophisticated. It's not about just vanishing into the night. It's about vanishing with a really good story. It's about making a heist look like an unfortunate business failure. See how this works? The past provides the perfect alibi for the future. Remember that FCA warning for Lannistar? All they have to do is claim they're facing sudden regulatory pressure. Then they can say, gosh, all the pre-sale money was eaten up by legal fees and fines. The project fails. The founder sends out a sad tweet, but the result is the same. The money's gone. It's basically a rug pull with a press release. Now this third way, this one, for my money, is the most cynical of them all. This isn't about ending the game. It's about using this game to secretly fund the next one. It's like a perpetual motion machine for scams. So in this playbook, the founder doesn't even have to disappear. They just let BlockDAG slowly die, blaming bad luck or whatever. Then they quietly take the money you invested and use it to start the next project. A new name, new marketing, new promises, but it's built with your old money. We literally saw this exact pattern with Big Eyes Coin and Big Eyes Infinity. And here they are, side by side. The rug pull, the managed collapse, and the successor loop. 3 different stories, 3 different strategies, but they all end up in exactly the same place. Investors lose everything, and the person in charge walks away with the money. That, right there, is the playbook. Okay, so after all that doom and gloom, let's get to the single most important part of this whole thing. How do you protect yourself? How do you spot these plays out in the wild so that you don't end up being someone else's exit liquidity? These right here, these are your shields. You see a solo founder with zero accountability? Red flag. A documented history with financial regulators? Huge red flag. A pattern of projects that fail and immediately relaunch? Listen, that's not resilience, that's a business model. And when the marketing is screaming but refusing to even acknowledge the past, you don't walk away, you run. And this is what it all comes down to, really. Look, anyone can have a project that doesn't work out. It happens. But when you see this consistent pattern, hype, controversy, collapse, and then an immediate relaunch with even bigger promises, you are not looking at bad luck. You are looking at a strategy. And seeing that pattern is your single best defense. And that's the absolute truth. The whole point of this multi-million-dollar marketing is to give you FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's designed to make you think if you don't get in now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. But your hard-earned money, your financial security, that is so much more important than their ad budget. And that is why we have to have these conversations. In this, right here, this is the game. Their entire playbook depends on you not doing your homework. It relies on hype, on distraction, on your fear of missing out. Your defense, your only defense, is to do the exact opposite. Dig into the history, spot the patterns, demand transparency. Your knowledge completely neutralizes their playbook. So today, we broke down one potential playbook, using one very specific, very loud example. But let's be real, this is just one of them. Which brings me to my last question for you. Now that you know how to spot this one, how many others are still out there, hiding in plain sight? Keep asking questions, stay sharp, be safe out there, and I'll see you on the next investigation.